welcome back to Hazlewood Homestead. I'm Phyllis. I live in Tennessee. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you. If you've seen my channel before, I welcome you too, and welcome back. Today, what I want to make for you guys is something that you can use for any kind of side dish or a dessert. And it is called Watergate salad. It's easy to do. I've got all our ingredients right here before us, and I'm kind of going to go over those with you before we start. What we'll need for this, you can go to your local grocery and get exactly everything you need for this. We're going to use Cool Whip, 1 8-ounce tub, a 3.4 Jello pistachio pudding. We're going to put about a cup of mini Jello puffs, marshmallows. We're going to put some cherries, cut them up, put them on top. That's optional if you want to put the cherries or not. 1 can of crushed pineapple. I've already got mine in the bowl, and I'm going to dump it into here, and we're going to put our Jello in. I'm going to chop up about a cup of pecans, maybe a little less than a cup of pecans, and put them in mine. That's also optional. These two, you don't have to add if you don't want to. So let's get started, guys. It's so easy. This recipe is simple, and it's so simple. I believe you could get your kids or your grandkids involved in this dish. And it's a pretty dish. It's green, and it's very pretty. What I like to do is put my pudding mix down in there first. And then I'll take my crushed pineapple. I got a can. I think it's, let's see what it is. It is a 20-ounce can of pineapple, crushed pineapple with the juice. Put the pineapple and all the juice in. All the juice goes in. All right. Now, when you get this together, you're going to just start mixing it up. Just mix it. And it turns a really pretty green color. Be sure and put your juice in. Now, the next thing I'll do is I'm going to chop up about less than a cup. I'd say less than a cup of pecans. You can see how easy this is going to be. I'll tell you, if you need a quick dish for something, or you're going to take something somewhere and you need a little quick recipe, what I would do is just stir this up. If you didn't have the ingredients, just run to the store and grab them. It makes a wonderful dish. And I'll tell you what, I've got a son-in-law that I believe he could eat it till he popped. He loves it. So go ahead and try it with your family. You don't have to put nuts in it if you're going to have children that may be allergic to nuts. You don't want to add those, of course. But if you want to put your pecans in there, just put them in there. Sometimes I roast these. Today I'm not going to roast them. And a lot of times I just like to break them up by hand instead of making these perfect little cuts. I usually add about 1 cup of the marshmallows, which we'll be adding that. So how's your week been going? Has it been going good? I can't believe the weeks fly by so fast. I'm still thinking about all you people in Tennessee that had the flood. Thinking about you in North Carolina and Virginia. Still thinking of you, still praying for you. I know you're still going through a lot, especially if you've lost somebody. I know that's terribly tragic, and I'm praying for you. But I hope everybody else is having a good week. We've had a lot of rain, and we desperately needed it. We were so dry. So we've had a ton of rain. And I really appreciate y'all coming by and dropping in on my kitchen today. Now, I'm going to add, let's see, about a cup. This is a cup. So I'm probably going to add about a cup of the mini marshmallows. I just like the way it makes it taste. Some people leave this step out, probably because they don't want the added sugar. But just add those in and mix those up too. Now what we're going to do is we're going to mix it around, and then we're going to take, you can double this and you can triple it if you're making it for a big bunch of people. this will be eaten tonight for sure. Get your Cool Whip and just take it and just stir it in with this. And try not to wear it. Just try to put it in the recipe. I think I am wearing it. I'm gonna have to get an apron. Yep, one big glob. Well, it just looks like another white flower on here. But yeah, try to get it in your bowl and just stir it up and just start stirring it. Just fluff it around. You can't over mix it. Some things, you know, they say, oh, don't mix that. It won't come out. It won't do right. It'll be, you know, you can mix it all you want to mix it. See how easy it is? Now, the next thing I like to do is make sure you get that white where you just see basically green and not the white streaks of the Cool Whip. You can make your own Cool Whip if you enjoy that. I don't. I just have always just, and you know, maybe one day I might break down and make some, but I just like to get that. This recipe, you will need to chill this 1 hour before you serve it to your guest. That's about half a bag of the mini marshmallows. That's about half a bag for this amount. And what I like to add to it also, if I can get the jar open, we're going to add some cherries. Now, I think the cherries are especially nice at Christmas because you've got your green, as you can already see how pretty and green it looks. And then you go ahead with your cherries and you're going to put some red in there. So that just kind of does a good deal. What I like to do, I don't want that cherry juice running into the bowl. So I'm going to take my cherries out and I'm going to lay them on a paper towel. And like these little stems, if I want to put 2 or 3 on the top with the stem, I will. And you know I've got to eat one, right? I forget how good these things are till I get them. I might put about 10 or 12 cherries into this. You can add more than that. You could add the whole jar if you wanted to. But I'm going to add about that many. And I'm going to take the stems off, of course. I'm going to set them over here. And I'm going to chop them probably into 4ths. And then put them in. You know, I'm not a big cherry fan, but I love these. I love these sticky sweet cherries. And that's what I call them. Sticky and sweet. Now I'm going to have to put my glasses on to do this because I don't want to cut my finger off. So let me get my glasses on. Oh yeah, it's a lot better. And we're going to cut these up. If you've been having some problems or something's going on this week, leave us a comment about it and we'll see what's going on. And maybe someone in the comment section can send you a comment or help you with some kind of solution. You know, that's what we're here. That's what we're all about. That's what I'm all about on YouTube, is just trying to help you. Trying to help anybody that would like help or needs it. I sure need a lot of help. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have the people in my life that help me so much every day. I guess I'd just fold up like a paper sack if I didn't have them. So let's help each other out. Leave a comment if you've got something going on. Maybe somebody else has been through that and they may know what worked good for them or what helped them through a bad situation or something going on. There's just, I know all of y'all at times, all of us can have bad situations. Now, I'm going to put the little cherries in, and can you see how pretty that makes it? And I hadn't even stirred them in. But let me show you how pretty that is, especially for a Christmas dish. And I know Christmas isn't here yet, but we've got to start thinking about it. Let me bring this over here to you. How pretty and bright. Isn't that just pretty? The red, the cherries, and the green. It just makes a pretty dish. And you don't make much a mess either because most of your stuff you're going to throw away. Now what I do, I just incorporate everything really good again. Just get it really incorporated. Then I get me a pretty bowl out. Just a pretty dish that I want to put it in. I use this as a mixing bowl. But then I'll get me a pretty bowl to put it in, to let it chill for an hour. And you can see the cherries and all my Cool Whips mixed up. And what we're going to do now is we're going to just take a bite of it. And I'm going to see, I took a bite of a cherry and it was delicious. So now I'm just going to reach down in here. I'm going to get me a marshmallow and I'm going to get me a cherry. I hope I got a pecan. And I'm going to take a bite of it. It's not chilled, but I'm going to try it. I got a pecan. I got a cherry. I got a marshmallow. When this gets cold. Oh, yeah. When you put this beside your turkey and dressing for Thanksgiving, and you eat that with turkey and you eat this with turkey and dressing, I can't even tell you how good that is. Everybody in my family loves it. And when I make it in a pan, about, this long aluminum pan, the big ones that you cook your turkeys in. This long, about this wide, about this deep. And if there's any left, they take it home. They take it home because they love it. Now, Watergate salad. It's been here since, I looked it up, 1970 is when they started doing the Watergate salad. Because I believe it was Kraft Foods invented this pistachio pudding mix. It was new in the 70s and it was, a really big hit. And so that's why they decided they would do this Watergate salad. They don't really know who named it, but somebody did. Now, you can also, instead of putting pecans in here, you can chop up, if you wanted to, pistachio nuts. That would be really good. And you can sprinkle those in there. But we love pecans in it. It has a really good taste with pecans. Now, what I'll do now is I'll get me a pretty bowl, and I'll put it in a pretty bowl. Once I get it in my pretty bowl, I'm going to put cherries on the top with the stem sticking up, and then I'm going to cover it up with some cling wrap, and I'm going to let it chill for an hour, and then we'll probably eat it with our dinner tonight. So, make you some of this delicious Watergate salad, y'all. It's so good. Now, somebody said, or I read something about you could freeze it. I've never had an opportunity to freeze it because it's gone. Everybody eats it or they take it home with them. So you can look it up and see if it freezes well, because I don't know. Because everybody grabs it and goes, eats it, and they're gone. Easy peasy. Go to the store, get your stuff. All the recipes in the description box. I appreciate y'all stopping by. And like I said, leave me a comment about what's going on. Maybe everything's going smooth for you right now. And isn't that a blessing when you have a day when you think you're having a hard day and then you run into somebody in the grocery store. I was in the grocery store in line going out, and I just had a few things in my hand, and the lady behind me had a little buggy with some things in it. And she said, "Ma'am, is that all you've got?" And I said, "Yes, that's all I've got." And she says, "Well, you can go ahead of me." And I said, "Well, I'm in no rush. You go ahead." She goes, "No." She said, "No, honey." Not that I was feeling bad, but she said, "No, honey, you go ahead. My husband died last year, and we'd been together 41 years. And she said, you go ahead of me. I'm not in a hurry to get home because I have to go home to an empty house. And I know a lot of y'all have that." So my heart just broke for her. She said they'd been together 41 years and she missed him so bad, and she wasn't in any hurry to get home. She wanted me to go ahead in front of her in line today. So I thought, well, I'm lucky because I still have my husband and she didn't. And I told her how sorry I felt for her. But sometimes when we're feeling down or we're not at our best, someone will come along and honey, they'll have a worse story, the saddest story, and something worse than you. So let's help each other out. Let's build each other up. And let's try our best to be the best person we can and to help others. Thank y'all for coming by today to Hazlewood Homestead to visit with me, Phyllis, making Watergate salad. Now, we can make this for Thanksgiving. We can make this for supper. We can make this for lunches. If you're having the girls over for lunch, have them make this in a sandwich. They'd love it. Or we can make it for Christmas, all the holidays. It's just something wonderful. And it really is pretty at Christmas. And I love y'all. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.